So do you challenge directors a
I
lot?
do. I shouldn't, but I.
Hollywood has long been known for its glitz, glamour, and famous people. But beyond the glittering lights is a world full with secrets, some of which are too sinister to ever be revealed. Legendary actor Gene Hackman shocked fans and insiders by disclosing a startling truth about Tinseltown
Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead
just 48 hours before he passed away. Because of his iconic performances in films like The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums, Hackman was a titan in the business for many years. Behind closed doors, however, he bore a burden so unsettling that it forced him to permanently leave Hollywood. What he revealed in his last hours was unexpected and has the potential to permanently alter our perception of Hollywood. What dark secret did Hackman carry into eternity? What made him choose to speak up in his final moments? Stay tuned and watch till the end, because this revelation might just rewrite Hollywood history. The dark side of Hollywood's dream industry. For aspirants to become actors, directors, or writers, Hollywood has always been the place of dreams. There, movies win over millions of hearts, red carpets gleam, and legends are created. However, the dark side, the unspoken murmurs behind closed doors, the power battles, and the hidden secrets, is what most people fail to notice. Few performers and insiders have ventured to speak candidly about this dark side, despite the fact that many have alluded to it. But one man, Gene Hackman, a real Hollywood legend, took a step that nobody anticipated. The two-time Academy Award winner broke his silence in the final 48 hours of his life and revealed a startling revelation that shocked Hollywood. However, what precisely did he reveal? And why did he decide to keep quiet right up until the end? Gene Hackman was more than just an actor. He was a formidable presence. He was one of the best performers of his generation because of his powerful performances, imposing presence, and unvarnished realism. He had a lasting impression on the film industry with his iconic performances in The French Connection, Unforgiven, The Royal Tenenbaums, and Mississippi Burning. Gene Hackman never chased attention away from the screen. He rarely indulged in the glamour and gossip of Hollywood, keeping his personal life private in contrast to many of his contemporaries. Despite his enormous success, he disappeared for no apparent reason. Hackman abruptly retired in 2004, in contrast to many aging Hollywood icons who continue to work. He just left without saying goodbye or making an emotional retirement speech. He never turned around. Without a lavish or heartfelt farewell, Hackman disappeared from the Hollywood landscape. No last big hit, no farewell tour of the awards circuit, nothing but quiet. Hackman turned down every script, shunned interviews, and avoided the industry that had previously hailed him, in contrast to many of his contemporaries who continued to make films well into their golden years. Supporters were left perplexed. Why would a famous performer like him vanish out of thin air? For years, admirers conjectured, has his passion for acting diminished? Did health problems cause it? Was there a behind-the-scenes incident that caused him to permanently leave Hollywood? It turns out that Hackman's abrupt departure had more to do with reasons than retirement. It was about running away from something much darker, which he eventually revealed 48 hours before he died. Hackman was aware that his time was running out as his health declined. In his last moments, he could no longer keep his secrets hidden, even if he had done so for years. Before it was too late, he made the decision to speak up and reveal the truth. Hackman alluded to a reality that Hollywood's elite have been working for decades to conceal in what some have called his most terrifying confession. He discussed the covert hierarchies of power that govern careers, how to influence, quiet, or even destroy youthful talent, and who rises and who falls is determined by sinister negotiations done behind closed doors. According to reports, Hackman informed close confidants, "I couldn't stand what was going on in Hollywood, so I left. I witnessed lives being damaged, careers being ruined, and truths being buried so deeply that even the most influential journalists were scared to reveal them." Those who heard these words felt their spines tingle. What was it that Hackman had seen? And why did he wait until he had nothing left to lose before revealing this truth? The Secret Hackman. could no longer hide. The dark corners of Hollywood, where control is more important than talent, have been the subject of years of rumors, where silence is frequently purchased or forced, and where careers are built and destroyed behind closed doors. Not because they were unaware of the darker secrets of the profession, but rather because they were aware of the consequences of speaking up, few actors ventured to discuss them. Overnight, careers have ended. Some celebrities have inexplicably disappeared from the spotlight. Tragically, some people have never been heard from again. Gene Hackman, however, was unique. He apparently disclosed in his last moments, when he had nothing left to lose, what many had dreaded for years. Hollywood's glitzy facade was only a front for something much darker, and the entertainment industry was torn apart by what he revealed. According to those close to Hackman, during his final 48 hours, he talked about things he had been keeping hidden for decades, things he had heard, seen, and been told not to discuss. He disclosed that there was another Hollywood, one where influential people lived behind the red carpets, award events, and blockbuster films, using young actors' and actresses' aspirations against them, determined which jobs would be eliminated and which would thrive. Silence was enforced by threats, covert contracts, and unexplained disappearances. He revealed information about the industry as a whole, not just about himself. Sources close to Hackman claimed that he discussed a corrupt system that silences people who don't follow the rules and controls careers.
9 days after legendary actor Gene Hackman, his wife Betsy Arakawa, and one of their dogs were found dead in their 9,000-square-foot Santa Fe home,
secret power structures, dark transactions, and the unwritten norm to stay in line, or else. Even in whispers, most performers are too scared to talk about this aspect of Hollywood. Most unsettling of all, Hackman implied that some of the most well-known figures in Hollywood, those we honor as legends, were once this system's victims, participants who are unwilling, or worse, a component of the actual machine. Few people in Hollywood dared to acknowledge this aspect of the industry. Hackman, though, he had personally witnessed it. Actors in Hollywood sign contracts for more than just a single movie. Many people unknowingly sign away their freedom. These unspoken agreements frequently consist of the total authority over a performer's public image. Studios and influential executives set rules about how performers should act, who they should be spotted with, and what they can and cannot say in interviews. Certain actors are compelled to sign non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, which prohibit them from discussing what goes on behind closed doors. Career suicide may result from breaking these agreements. In order to sustain Hollywood's meticulously constructed narratives, contracts may require performers to promote particular goods, go to events, or even uphold particular relationships. Why would someone accept such harsh conditions? In actuality, a lot of actresses are young, inexperienced, and driven to succeed. It's too late by the time they realize what they've signed. Among the most terrifying features of these unspoken agreements, the imposed quiet. Actors who see the bad side of the business are required by law to keep quiet. Speaking up could mean breaking their contract, even if they are abused or manipulated. Who has the courage to speak? They risk financial ruin, legal action, or worse, the end of their career. This goes beyond mere conjecture. Actors have attempted to reveal Hollywood's sinister secrets on several occasions throughout the years, only to vanish entirely from the business. Could this be the reason why so many up-and-coming celebrities abruptly leave the spotlight after only 1 or 2 significant roles? According to reports, Hackman alluded to the fact that many stars were removed rather than simply fading away. Some might have seen things they weren't allowed to see, and were later forced out of the industry, while others might have refused to sign legally binding agreements that governed their personal and professional life. It's possible that some people spoke out against the wrong people and suffered the consequences. Then there are people who were about to become famous but mysteriously left for personal reasons. Gene Hackman wasn't the first to allude to Hollywood's covert blacklist, a system that silently destroys careers for people who doesn't fit in. Despite their extraordinary talent, several writers and directors found themselves without jobs. Industry insiders abandoned projects, studios stopped responding calls, and mysteriously canceled projects. Previously well-known people were called difficult or unstable, which in Hollywood is a death sentence for a career. According to Hackman, this wasn't an accident. Rather, it was a deliberate attempt to suppress any threats. Writers, filmmakers, and actors who defied convention and sought to reveal the truth or tell authentic tales were often silenced. We believe that the best performers, directors, and films win on the basis of merit, that the golden statues go to the people who really deserve them when we watch award events. However, Hackman allegedly alluded to something much darker. Awards are bargained rather than usually earned.
You know, things do work out. That all three of us have won Academy Awards and have done some, pretty interesting films.
Backroom negotiations, PR manipulation, and influential industry players choosing who receives the attention are all part of major award campaigns. Long before the envelopes are even opened, some winners are decided. This would explain why some performers win Oscars while receiving mixed reviews. Some performances that were universally praised are overlooked. Some films come out of nowhere and win a lot of accolades. What's the worst? Those who decline to participate in this game are quietly humiliated. Hackman claims that some of the most well-known films ever created were produced under extreme pressure, compulsion, and even threats, rather than under typical conditions. Actors were made to play parts they didn't want to play. In order to appease influential executives, directors had to sacrifice their artistic vision. Screenwriters were forced to alter their work in order to suit covert objectives. Actors and filmmakers who objected in some instances allegedly faced dangers to their personal safety, reputations, and careers. They were unable to continue working due to mysterious legal issues, unidentified personal tragedies that compelled them to leave the pitch. Hollywood's finest works of art would have been created in far more sinister circumstances than we could have ever imagined if Hackman's statements were accurate. Hackman's assertion that these practices are still in place today and are not a holdover from the past may have been the most unsettling thing he said. Small, powerful elite controls the multi-billion-dollar Hollywood industry. These individuals make decisions about which films are produced, who gets to be a star, and who falls into oblivion. They silence those who challenge the system, ensuring that Hollywood's darkest secrets never come to light. What made Hackman hold off until his last hours? The main mystery surrounding Gene Hackman's startling disclosure is not only what he said, but also why he held off until his last 48 hours. Why didn't he come forward sooner if Hollywood's sinister secrets had plagued him for years? Why endure decades of bearing such a huge weight in silence? The mystery itself might not be as terrifying as the answer. Hollywood has long been a place where power is held by a select few, and those who challenge that power often pay the price. Throughout history, performers, filmmakers, and authors who attempted to reveal the industry's covert exploitation, corruption, and backdoor deals have encountered career destruction, character assassination, legal intimidation, lawsuits, and mysterious deaths. A number of celebrities who were aware of trade secrets have passed away in mysterious ways, including apparent accidents, suicides, or unexpected medical emergencies. Gene Hackman, a man renowned for his brilliance and self-control, probably realized that he may suffer severe repercussions if he exposed Hollywood's sinister reality too soon. He might have been defending himself and his loved ones by remaining silent for the majority of his life. The stunning disclosures made by Gene Hackman ought to have ignited Hollywood. But instead, silence. No pressing press conferences, no reports of investigations, No remarks from A-list stars, big studios, or business insiders. It seemed as though Hackman had never said his last words. However, why? Why would a storytelling-based industry turn a blind eye to one of the most significant stories ever revealed? Although controversy is nothing new to Hollywood, it has a strategy for handling uncomfortable realities. First, disregard it. It is simpler to dismiss a scandal as a conspiracy theory if the industry doesn't accept it. Second, file it under news about entertainment. People are instantly distracted by a few big-budget trailers, a stunning split, or an unexpected celebrity engagement. Third, make the source look bad. Attacking the credibility of the individual who spoke up is the next step if quiet is ineffective. But Hackman was different. He wasn't a resentful former celebrity looking for fame. He merely had the truth to tell. He had nothing to gain. Hollywood decided to play it safe and act as though he never said anything. The internet wasn't silent, but Hollywood wasn't either. Independent reporters began to delve further. Fans started going over past Hollywood controversies again and making connections they had previously missed. Speculation erupted on social media and in online forums. Could Hackman's remarks provide the missing piece needed to solve some of the most puzzling retirements, career setbacks, and disappearances in Hollywood history? Some remembered celebrities who were on the verge of becoming famous, but suddenly disappeared. Others re-examined controversies that, up until now, had never made sense. Hollywood's elite have used money, power, and intimidation to keep control for years. However, Hackman's last disclosure might have ignited an unquenchable fire. More performers and directors might come forward. Hackman's statements may inspire others in the field who were previously hesitant to speak up. Investigative reporters might begin to learn more.
Autopsy examination and full-body postmortem CT demonstrated no findings of trauma internally or externally.
Several independent media sites have already started re-examining past instances from a new perspective. Supporters are more vigilant than ever. Hollywood finds it more difficult to ignore issues on the internet because people are watching, asking questions, and demanding answers. But there's also a darker possibility. Despite the impact of Hackman's revelation, Hollywood has a history of hiding the truth, and this might happen again. The entertainment sector generates billions of dollars annually. It can erase scandals, change the course of history, and stifle opposition. The media, which is frequently associated with the major players in Hollywood, has the power to decide what is and is not covered. The machine never stops producing new films, celebrities, and forget-inducing diversions. It has previously occurred. It might occur once again. The question is, will people let it? Hackman's last moments revealed Hollywood's darkest secrets. But is this only the start? Will this mystery remain unsolved forever? Or will additional secrets be revealed? Please share your opinions in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more surprising revelations.